behind almost every big movie that you can think of, like Star Wars, The Hobbit, Terminator, I guarantee you this guy right here has been behind it, and his name is Ian McCraig. He doesn't really get talked about a lot, but I found him out through this book called Shadowline, and I wasn't really aware of him before this. And his art is incredible. I mean, just utterly incredible. And I'm surprised he doesn't get more people talking about him, more eyes on him. This is Shadowline. It's a revised and expanded version, so this is even bigger. The other one, and I apologize for that glare. This book is quite big, so I'm not going to be able to fit in the whole thing. But he did some of the designs for some of the prequel films in Star Wars. We have Darth Maul here with his weird yellow straitjacket design. I'm not really sure what that is. Yeah, there's a lot of sketch work in here as well. Really good. I mean, just for sketches, it's good. He liked to draw a lot of mythical creations as well. He's also behind Interview with a Vampire. So, yep, I think we're already at the Star Wars stuff here, yeah. I'm not as big of a Star Wars guy as I used to be, so I don't know all these characters. I know that one of them is Padme. Padme, yeah, these are all Padme here. She looks very scary in some of these, right? Like that. Yeah. She'd ruin your life in a heartbeat. And, we got more Padme here. Here she's more delicate looking. I like the purple and the usage of that. Very sketchy, though. Yeah, so he's in the Phantom Menace, and I think he did some stuff for 2 as well, and 7. For anybody who likes 7, I don't know a lot of people do, and this is where, yeah, this is such an iconic design. Didn't really care for her character, but, she's a very important part of the universe. Wookiees. And then the Night Sisters, right? The Mustafar. Or, I don't remember, sorry. My knowledge is like a Gungan. Yeah, this guy has a school and everything set up to teach people, and I would definitely go to it personally. He's just really good with this. And here's some Anakin designs. Back when he had the ponytail design thing, that's kind of what Obi-Wan took on. Yeah, that's very samurai-esque. He was trying to include a lot of that in there, is what it looks like to me. And Star Wars is, of course, inspired by a lot of samurai films and stuff. And Darth Maul. Darth Maul is such an iconic design. I don't think a lot of people liked his character in the first movie because he was really nothing, but I don't know. He's all right. His design's iconic though. I mean, just so good. He's really hard to draw because of all of his tattoos and stuff. So I do respect him because he does a lot of that in a lot of his designs to make them look more alien. As he gives them these tattoos, face markings, all that kind of stuff. Gives them their own identity. And here's another, was this Sith Nightmares. I don't know who this is. Describe Vision of Your Worst Nightmare. So this is like an early Darth Maul design, is what that looks like. That would be way scarier, I think. I don't think you'd sell a lot of toys if you look like that in the actual film. That'd probably scare the shit out of children. Jabba the Hutt and stuff. Harry Potter. I don't care about Harry Potter at all, but he was also behind that. I've always liked the look of it, at least. Yep. Vaults. Oh, yeah, now we get some designs for Frankenstein's monster. CGI projects. Just a bunch of monsters and neat little things like that. I think he and Bernie Wrightson would get a lot together. John Carter Mars Maps of Barsom. I'm not really familiar John Carter of Mars, to be honest with you. I don't even know who that's directed by. John Carter of Mars, but it just looks like Lord of the Rings kind of stuff. I don't know. I haven't watched that many fantasy movies, honestly, in my life because they just don't appeal to me. I don't know why. I don't like Lord of the Rings that much. either. Not a huge fan. I pretty much prefer any type of fantasy work over Lord of the Rings for the most part. Here's a Francis Ford Francis Ford Coppola's Pinocchio. Did he make a Pinocchio movie? I don't really recall. He must have been unmade or something. Yeah, that looks pretty scary. Wasn't there a stop motion? There's a stop motion Pinocchio, right? There's a horror Pinocchio, which I can see why a lot of people did that, because Pinocchio is horrifying. His sketch work is utterly incredible. I mean, it's messy, but also just fun to look at. This one was one of my favorites, the Pied Piper. I recently watched Yuri Barta's stop motion animation version of the Pied Piper. It was incredible, and I love the composition, and even that stuff is just so good, compositionally wise, and all the rats coming down there, so fun looking. Not as scary as looking as Yuri Barta's, but I don't think he's trying to do that. I don't even know if some of these are actual made into movies or something like that, but yeah, that's pretty good. We got more Star Wars stuff here, alright? Attack of the Clones. I don't remember her. Wasn't she in the Clone Wars? I think I remember one episode had her. She's one of the first ones to bite the bullet in Order 66. Sorry, I'm like rambling off about Star Wars for half a video, but I don't know, it just brings me back. Catacombs. What do we got here? Werewolf. Yeah, this stuff right here is gorgeous. Oh my god. The purple and the monochromatic values of that. Wow. Amazing how much you can do with just one color, honestly. I don't work with a ton of color, but he's very skilled with green. Ooh, that's scary looking. John Carter of Mars. Maybe I need to watch that movie. It looks pretty interesting. Maybe, I don't know. I've never heard anything. Maybe it's not good. Yeah, what the fuck is this, Pennywise? He could probably make a kick-ass Pennywise with his creature design shop here. Dinosaurs. You like dinosaurs too, and man, yeah. I feel like every person I met who likes dinosaurs draws very well. I don't know. Something about dinosaurs, autism maybe. The Sorcerer's Apprentice. I think I've heard of this movie. Never seen. Oh, look what we got here. We got Edgar Allan Poe. He looks a lot more handsome in that picture though than he did in real life. he looks more like Johnny Depp. Yeah. His work actually reminds me, with paper like that, it really does remind me of the masters of art. A lot of romantic art and stuff like that. A lot of Renaissance kind of stuff, period. Dinosaur and wolf. Yep. You like dinosaurs. You can't hate a man who loves dinosaurs, This one's in a spaceship. Look at that. It's got goggles on. I can't imagine he controlled that very well. Star Child. That looks like Avatar. I think he did work on Avatar. We'll see that coming up, I think. Space. This guy could do everything. I mean, like everything. Cartoony, realistic, scary, space, fantasy. Just really impressive. Oh, here's stuff from his workshop. Yeah. I would absolutely get decimated in his classes, but I'd like to try. These are just probably ballpoint sketches right here. Well, that's kind of cool. He turned that into a fish. Wow. This is genius. I was breaking down the process like that, making it into its own little creature thing. Anatomy. Oh god, anatomy. Super tight anatomy. Storyboards. Library. Wow, look at that. I believe he did Game Workshop's logo. I remember reading that somewhere. This looks like Warhammer. I don't know much about Warhammer. Any Warhammer fans down below should tell me. I don't know. Little frogman thing. Casket of Souls. This is definitely Warhammer shit right here. Yeah. This isn't Warhammer, though. I think he's from the UK. He helms from the UK. And then we got some... That's Gandalf. I don't care. It says wizard, but that's Gandalf. That is Gandalf. Every wizard that looks like that. Or it's Alan Moore. One or the other. Humpty Dumpty. Yeah, this is so cool, man. Because this is like... This is the shit right here. Just these old fantasy things. These old fairy tale books. And he does them so well. Alice. This isn't the Polish animation Alice, is it? Because that's what it looks like. Ebenezer Scrooge. So he seemed like he liked just about everything, which I mean, that's really important as an artist, as you have a variety of subjects to take from. You know, like Golem. There's Lord of the Rings. Yeah, that's a lot creepier than the version we got in the movies. I honestly kind of like his greenish skin tone. He had more of a pale skin tone. The Hobbit. He did it for the Hobbit, but yeah. Surfing Samurai Robots, Hawaiian UFO. What the fucking shit is this? Uh, I like it. It's got like a Dick Tracy, Roger Rabbit kind of style to it. Green Man, Swamp Thing. No, it's Magic Time. Now that looks like Slain. You know, like who the fuck am I thinking about? Who does Slain again? I completely is the guy who draws women with big boobs. That really doesn't narrow it down. I'm really showing my lack of knowledge on art here. I just used to know all these names and shit, and I've forgotten it by now. Tinkerbell. That's a pretty interesting interpretation of Tinkerbell. That almost looks like something Yoshitaka Amano would do. Like Amano would make stuff like that. The eyes there, especially the cartoony eyes. Yeah, that's Amano. Come on. That looks like a Final Fantasy creature design. That looks like a badass one too. What's this? Peter Pan. Yeah, Peter Pan. This is the live action Peter Pan, I assume. Did you work for that, or is this just for anybody? In Search of Pan. Yeah, I think that's the one with Robin Williams, right? I need to watch more movies, is what I'm trying to say here. Okay? I need to watch a lot more. I've heard of The Sorcerer's Apprentice. I wish I could talk more about some of these to an extent, but I just don't know. Was this War of the Ring? Holy shit, that's terrifying. They both got each other's heads. Oh my god, dude, look at the composition on that. My god. Was this for a game? I think there's a War of the Rings game. That would make the most sense. That looks like a faction you choose. The only Lord of the Ring game I played was the Lego one, you know? I wasn't used to seeing all that violent stuff. There's a dragon. God damn, this guy's stuff is so kick-ass. I mean, I highly recommend getting this book. If you're an artist, or even if you're not an artist, it's such a good book that you see all the sketches and stuff. Wow. Frankenstein. The Ultimate Frankenstein, my bad. So sketchy and nice. There's something about a sketch that's just has so much energy as opposed to the final version. You know, I mean, it's way cleaner and stuff usually, and it doesn't pop like a sketch does. And I'm really glad that he includes a lot of the sketches in here, because those are usually the most fun to look at, in my opinion. As an artist who also makes it, I always enjoy looking more at sketchy kind of stuff. It's raw. You don't know what you're doing. You're just kind of thinking things. Oh, look at this otter. Holy fuck. His animals are good too. What the hell? There's basically nothing that he couldn't do. there isn't really a ton of information on him. I tried looking online before this video, but yeah, there's just not really like a ton of them. What is this, Tolstoy? Looks like Dostoevsky. I apologize, I have a bit of a cold. Just people, I assume, just random sketches of maybe his family or something. Children. I don't know. Back door. Oh god. Sorry. My brain is going to bad places right now when I'm thinking of Iaian McCaig. Who's this? Bowie? I don't know. I really don't know half the stuff in this book, but it just looks cool, okay? That's the only thing my brain goes to. I saw this book and went, ooh, cool, I'll buy it. I'm a consumerist. Enjoy your stinky toast. What? This shit's unhinged. God. I guess this is the only part in the expanded stuff. Oh god. Beyond the Shadowline, there's a volume 2. I'll definitely be picking it up. And I think you should pick up this one too. If you just like art, I'd do it. I just do it. Movies, anything. So, yeah, he's just amazing. Now, holy fuck, I'm having trouble with this cover here. Fucking idiot. So actually I have a bit of an update that I want to have for the channel as well. I have made it to 900 subscribers. Thank you so much. I'm gonna churn out more content. I'm trying to avoid certain things because it's been kind of very distressing information been released throughout the past couple of weeks, and I'm just trying to avoid content that features that kind of stuff. You know, it's just been a ugh, you know. So yeah, and I have my Xenosaga retrospective coming at the end of the month. It's almost done. I almost got it done. I am not going to be doing like the Vertigo video anymore. The Vertigo stuff, I will be talking about the Vertigo legacy when I go to do a Hellblazer retrospective, because there's been some people on YouTube who have already kind of discussed that at length. And a couple days ago, somebody uploaded it. I'm not going to tell you who, but you can look it up and you can see somebody's already done that. So I'll talk about it briefly in the Hellblazer retrospective when I go to do that. I am still working on the Western video. I got 2 out of I'm working on the second one. There's about 4 manga I'm trying to pull through right now. And I'm gonna just a lot of changes in the channel, you know. I'm changing the way I'm writing my scripts, the way I'm doing my retrospectives, everything like that. I am trying to improve the quality, the editing quality I'm putting more into, because, you know, the views recently have been really poor, and I want to make better content. This is nice for me because I get to challenge myself more and experiment and see what works and what gets people's attention. I do not like some of my previous videos because I would just summarize things and I didn't really put any effort. It's like not a ton of effort to do. I don't want to do that. I am tired of seeing content like that on YouTube. I want to actually put more thought and humor and entertainment in my videos, and I don't want to do summarization. Um, I don't have anything against people who make that type of videos, but I'm moving on from it. A little bit of summarizing here and there, but I just want to just make better content. I don't think that's very interesting for most people, in my opinion. But that's all I had to say. Please pick up Shadowline, The Art of Iaian McCaig. Preferably the expanded and revised version, because you're going to get a lot more kick out of it. And yeah, well, I'll see you next week or whenever I upload something. Thank you very much.